Hello, rockers and Mercuryans. It's Rock Mercury here, and welcome to the Rock Mercury podcast. Oh boy, do I have some things to share with you. This is going to be an essential story time. I'm going to make some essential oils with my shea butter essential oils, and I'm going to discuss some things because some stuff went down. But overall, it was a beautiful, wonderful day. But I got some stuff to talk about. For any of my rockers and Mercuryans that have been with me for a while, we got some tea to talk about. First, I have my raw shea butter. I'm going to make my shea butter because I realized I got to the gym today and I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even make my essential oil shea butter, so I feel dry right now. I feel so dry. I have my water heated over here. I don't want to bring it up, but I have a pot of water on the side, hot water that I boiled, that I'm going to be placing my mason jar into after I make this oil. I have a whole box of beautiful essential oils right here. Gorgeous box. I'm going to dip into that. Pick my favorite oils for the day to kind of cleanse my spirit while I snack on some like little chicken tenders, vegan chicken tenders from Gardein. By the way, these taste like nothing. If you get the Gardein ones, they don't taste that great. They look cute, and I don't know why they don't have flavor to them. You need to like really season them. So I have some habanero barbecue sauce on the side that I'm gonna dip them into, and I'm gonna be drinking it down with a sparkling water from Le Croix, baby. It's the beach plum Le Croix. So that's what it's giving. But y'all, the drama is intense that I'm going to talk about today. I don't even know, do I make the oils first or do I snack? Do I I don't know I'm just gonna chat as I make these oils and snack because I'm kind of want to do all of it. But first of all, I want to say a big happy birthday to my nephew, my only nephew. Love him dearly. It's his first birthday today. We had an amazing celebration. Today is officially the day of August, even though September. But it's August's day, and we just had a beautiful celebration. Loved it. I don't think I'm going to share any photos or videos of it because he's private. Like, we want to keep him private out of the public eye until he wants to choose to do that. But love him dearly. So thankful to be blessed to be an uncle to my wonderful nephew and be with my family. It's been amazing. I've been having an amazing time here in Houston. And even though I have a house in LA, I'd rather be here with my family. And I'm so thankful. Hold on, somebody said, Kaylin says, you look like the one kid who hid from his family on Cheaper by the Dozen. I don't even watch that show or movie, whatever the heck that is. What is that even? Anyway, so who cares what you're saying? Who it looks like whatever. Santos says, can you say hi to? I'm not about to say that. They want me to. They're making a joke. That's not even a name. They're trying to make me say something explicit, and they can suck it. Santos. Okay. All right. Let's get into this. People are so ignorant. Sometimes people are really so ignorant, you guys. And I'm dealing with a lot of ignorance, or I was. But I exited out of a very dramaful situation that has caused me a lot of stress. I'm whispering right now because my family's sleeping right now. And I have to wake up pretty early. So I'm just whispering because this house echoes. It's a huge house, but it echoes. So I'm just going to whisper and eat my snacks and make my essential oils. I don't know what to do. Do I eat these chickens first? These little vegan chicken nuggets? Y'all, this habanero hot sauce, barbecue sauce I'm already scared to even eat it. Oh my God, it's gonna be so hot. Look at that. Oh, it's so hot. This is fresh Italian garlic bread. They made it today. My Italian family made it. Love them dearly. It's delicious. I'm burning to death. I'm burning. Oh my god, it's too intense. This hot sauce is like, who made this? But it has a good flavor to it, so it's kind of hard to avoid it, you know? That garlic bread, though. It's not vegan, but it's really good. Okay, let's get into this essential. It's water, too. And then we'll start our essential oils. Now, the first thing I do with my essential oils is I put my shea butter in the container first. Then I put my essential oils in, so you're going to see that process happen. I have done a video where I kind of focus mainly on making my essential oils. So if you want that kind of video, you can go back to that video. And I'm going to chat about a lot of things. Hold on. Oh, it's so loud. It's so loud. Hello, Love Angel Baby. Good to see you. Hello, Agape. And hello, Holly Joe. Holly Joe's in the house. Toast to you, Holly Joe. Says hello, Love Bug. Hello, Holly Joe. I was saying earlier today that these LaCroix taste very similar, all of them, but I like them. But they're very, very similar in taste. I just like the bottles. The bottles are so pretty. I used to collect them until my ex told me I was a hoarder. She's like, you can't collect those bottles. Those bottles are just common. Like, who cares about LaCroix? I said, they're so pretty. Anyway. But yeah, I guess he was kind of right. I probably should just throw these away. And as I do now. Holly Joe says, can you sing me a lullaby? I have to get up really early in the morning. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, little Holly Joe. And the sun is going down. Well, it's actually been down, 'cause it's late AF, and you have to get up early. So go the F to sleep, so you can wake up happy. Drink some water, but not too much, or you'll have to get up and pee. So you just need to go to sleep. That's a lullaby. I can't be too loud because my family. But Aaron Cup says, as the first black pirate, how do you feel about America's current state? First of all, how dare you say I'm the first black pirate? There's so many black pirates out there. And I'm not a black pirate. I don't even like to be in the ocean that long. I get seasick, so yeah, that's not what I'm doing. And so then you're asking me how do I feel about America's current state? I'm indifferent. I don't even care. I'm thankful to be American. I'm thankful. I mean, might as well be thankful. I was born and raised. I was born and raised American, so very thankful to be American. I refuse to be one of those Americans who hates America. Like, that's so crazy to me. How you gonna be part of a country you hate? Not me. Holly Joe says she's gonna sleep. Then Holly Joe says, you said it's late AF. It's so late. It's like 11:28 right now. The gym closed right when I left. 'Cause it's Sunday, you know. USMC says, wow, trolls, too late for them. Yeah, I don't know why there's trolls out right now. So weird. Your 50 says facts. Okay. Holly Joe says, my husband is a veteran and fought in the war against terror after 9/11. Well, never forget. Today's 9/11, so never forget how the government lied to us. But that's another story. Even though the government lies to us, the people in the government, the people who are the soldiers, the people who are fighting for our freedom, they have pure hearts, and they're doing their best to defend us. It's not their fault that there's corrupt procedures and corrupt politics that see their lives as transactional. I still believe in our armed forces and our military, who have pure intentions. A lot of them, some of them don't, but I still believe in our defense. Like, why would you not believe in your own defense when you are an American or whatever country you're from? Like, you're supposed to believe in your defense, otherwise you're going to be defenseless. So I could be against certain policies of our country, but I'm going to always support our defenders, because they go into it to be heroic and to protect, serve, and yeah. So my ex was a veteran too, and even though we did not make it in the longer run, and he was abusive to me and all that stuff, I still appreciate his service, and I know that part of his service is what created the abuse that we created the mental instability that would make a person become abusive. But that doesn't mean that they didn't go into it for the right reasons originally. Like, some of the things that military people go through is very destabilizing, but that doesn't take away from the hearts that brought them into service in the first place. So, yeah, I can separate that. I think it's important to separate certain things, you know? Aaron Copes says, I heard 30% of the piracy was black. What in the world? I don't know why I even read that. Year 50 says, period. Period. Holly Joe says, today is usually a sad day for us. Yeah, it's a super sad day. People's lives were lost in a horrific event, you know? Very terrifying, horrific event, and I love New York, so I always stand with New York on this day, especially. So traumatic to go through that as a city. It's just so traumatic. Ooh. I've got to get this shea butter going, because my water's getting cold. Mm-hmm. USMC says, for real, well stated, oorah, oorah. That's right, oorah. Hope I'm doing that right. Sometimes I forget. I hope I'm doing it right. Much respect to the heroes out there. Okay, let's get into this, because I gotta get this into the water while it's still hot. Oh my God, USMC, thank you so much. You're sending me corn. Thank you for the corn. I actually would love some corn right now. Oh my gosh, that'd be so good. Oh my God, you're sending me so much corn. Thank you. Into this bag. This is my old bag of shea butter. I'm gonna go ahead and put that to the side. Oh my God, you're sending me so much. Thank you, Holly Joe. I'm being so loud. Thank you so much, Holly Joe. You're amazing. Sending you so much love. Here's the shea butter, you guys. You said that was beautifully put, Rock. I appreciate that. I appreciate our heroes out there. I really do. I really, really do. I used to be, when I was ignorant, back before I understood more about the world, I used to be like more against a lot of things and kind of anti-American, because you think that's just the way to go, and it's kind of the propaganda that's fed to you. But as I learn more and more, the more I love America, the more I'm thankful for the blessings I have and for the people who fight for us. And I'm just thankful. I really am so thankful to be American. I know that sounds crazy, but it doesn't sound crazy, but I know it's like not normal for people to say that. Everybody wants to attack America. Everybody wants to talk mess about where they're from. I don't feel that. I'm very thankful. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. Thank you so much. What was that called? Thank you for the coral, Holly Joe. That was amazing. I appreciate that. Charles' boyfriend says, Jesus died. Y'all repent in Jesus' name and you will be saved. Oh, Charles' boyfriend, whatever. We're going to talk about that in a second, because part of my story time today has to do with Jesus. And a family member who's obsessed with Jesus. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into the shea butter. Here's the raw, unrefined African shea butter, fresh out of the bowl, I guess, because they mix it in a bowl. So this is the shea butter. I'm going to be putting it into this mason jar at the first step in this. It's very quick to do this. This is how fast you can make a wonderful, essential oil rich, nourishing shea butter, a body rub, a body hydrator. Let me get some more of this. I keep eating these chicken things, even though it's so spicy. It's so good. These aren't good. The sauce is good. Anybody who's had the Gardein vegan strips, they know it tastes like nothing, but it's all good. So let's get into this. I have my mason jar here. I'm gonna use a butter knife and cut a few chunks in to my mason jar. There's a few chunks. I'm gonna show you the chunks. See, just taking it in, putting it in there. I'm gonna fill it up as much as I can, because when it melts down, it's going to be less than whatever I filled it in. So, because it all solidifies. So I'm just gonna fill it up. It's really quick. I usually do this when I shower. Like I put the shea butter right on, but I just showered at the gym. So, because I like to be wet when I put it on, because it really distributes over the body well, but it's okay. So, I've been debating if I even want to talk about this next subject of drama going on. But some of you guys know about a situation I have been dealing with a homophobic member of my family who has bullied me and tried to publicly humiliate me to my family for years, passive-aggressively, and I got tired of it recently. Early this morning, I got tired of it, and I cussed this B out, cussed them the F out, as they deserve, and it created a situation that overall I'm thankful for. Some people say, oh, you should regret what you said. Nope. I meant every word I said. This person was an aunt of mine, no longer an aunt. I'm disassociating myself with this person. They're married into the family. And although she knew me since I was a kid, has her own kids who I've been cousins to since they were born, changed their diapers, been there for them for years and years, until the last like 4 years or so, 4 or 5 years. One is 17 years old now, so it's like they're basically grown soon. So, her weaponization is not gonna last longer for her. Like these kids are gonna choose what they want to believe and what the truth is for them. So I just finally had enough. And anybody out there who knows these kind of bullying people who use their religion to bully you into submission or to try to guilt you and shame you when you've done nothing to them, these unloyal bigots, then you might understand my story or resonate with it, which is why I want to share it, because I know there's some people out there who are dealing with similar situations. Like this person, Charles, talking about Jesus died, y'all repent. I mean, repenting for nothing. USMC says, I love corn, LOL. Yeah, it's corn. Charlie's Boy says, pray your hands, heart, and crosses and heart. What the world are you talking about? Craziness. USMC says, that was amazing. Okay, thank you, USMC. Thank you for being here. Charlie's boyfriend said, let's hear it. Okay, we're going to talk about this story. Carlene says, hey bro, how's it going? It's going really well. Thank you. Holly Joe says, those are not Christians at all. No, and it gets deep, you guys. This situation, she brought my whole family into it for no reason because she's that much of a coward. And it's crazy because I have the highest respect for women. I was raised by all women, so I'm not trying to be misogynistic as I talk about this situation because I love women, and it's not about being a woman. It's about her as a person and what this person has done. Even though she's been considered family all these years, I do not F with this person or her husband either. So it really isn't about being a woman. I don't F with her or her husband. They both are bigots. But her more because she actively has attacked me unprovoked. Even before I came back to Houston, I lived in a whole different state, and she attacked me based off of her religion. And I never even cared about her religion. Like, you live your life. I don't care. I'm living my life. But she wanted to make a point. So, I hope she gets the point now. After our altercation today, thankfully it was only digitally, but still, it's very much drama. But after I discussed this today, I will never speak about this person again. They're not worthy. She doesn't deserve the free publicity. She doesn't deserve it. I'm done. The only reason she even has relevance is because she's the parent to my cousins who I love dearly. Who I was there since they were born. She's trying to use her bigotry to block me, to tear my family apart. Not just my cousins, but like my whole family, and create chaos and drama and be petty. But I'm the pettiest. And she got the wrong one. And he got the wrong one too. So let's get into it. Like Stallone says, I love Stallone. If you guys watch on YouTube, this YouTuber named Stallone, check him out. Check his videos out. His videos are excellent. Really enjoy his videos. Okay. I filled my container up with shea butter. So I put a hole in the middle, the top right there, because I'm going to put my essential oils there. So let's get into that part as we talk about the situation. All right. Now, first thing first, we're getting our tea tree oil. Tea tree oil is super important, you guys. I'm going to mirror this video so y'all can read it. But yeah, tea tree oil, super important, very good for the skin, very anti-fungal or nourishing. It's a little drying, so don't put too much in there. But it's very like good for skin conditions, and it's helped me a lot. I use tea tree oil every day, especially for a condition I had that's been healing very well because of this. I don't want to talk about it on TikTok because I can't, but thankfully it's getting a lot better. I'm gonna go ahead and just put a few dots of this in here. Not too much. You guys can see 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's enough. So I'm putting other stuff in here too, so I just want a little bit of tea tree oil in there. Got that. It's a pretty strong smell too, so you want to balance it out. I have some other amazing essential oils in here too that I want to use. Okay, the next one I want to use is, I really like thyme. Because, time is limited, and I spent a lot of time dealing with some BS, some actual BS that I did not deserve to suffer through. And now that I've finally spoken my truth, and I've exited out of this relationship with this person, you can exit. You can break up with your family or your ex-family. In this case, you don't have to deal with the BS. You don't have to deal with abuse and bullying. You don't have to deal with it. And I refuse. So I ain't got time for that. But I do have time to put into this shea butter. So let's go ahead and put a few drops of this thyme in there. A few drops, yeah, that's thyme. Oh, this is great. That should be enough time. That should be enough time. See, hello, Ashley. Ashley. Oh my God, is your baby born yet, Ashley? How are you? So good to see you, Ashley. Thank you for coming today. How are things going on your leave of absence from work? I think I hear my cousin, my nephew crying upstairs. But my family's upstairs, so he's okay. But Charlotte says, so what happened? How did this person persecute you? We're gonna chat about that in this video. We're gonna get to that. I'm gonna go to this whole situation. Oh my God, Ashley. Ashley said yes yesterday at 4:40. That's magic. 9:10. Your baby's born on, well, is it yesterday? As in, yes, on 9:10. Oh, my September 10th. Congratulations, Ashley. So congratulations. Like, that is huge and amazing. Oh my gosh. New baby's born. If you want to share anything, the name, or his or her name, or if you don't, you don't have to, of course. I'm just happy for you no matter what. I'm happy that your baby's here. I hope the baby's healthy, and I'm sure you're holding the baby right now, unless it's asleep. But I'm so happy for you. I know you're happy to have given birth and get that baby out. Because you were like, get this baby out of me. So now you have a new life in the world, and it's amazing. I'm really, really happy for you. Oh my God. You said his name is Messiah. Oh my God, it's a boy. His name is Messiah. I'm relieved, LOL. Oh my God, Ashley, congratulations, Messiah. I love that name. I'm not even religious. I'm not a religious person, but I love that name, Messiah. That is such a great name. So, iconic. That's dope. What's your name? Messiah. I'm Messiah. How are you? Yes, Messiah. That's dope. I put that heavily. Devin says, I'm about to take a dab rip before we get into this story. Yeah, we're about to get into this story, y'all. I kind of feel weird getting into the story now that, like, Ashley's over here giving birth to life, bringing life into the world. Everyone send Ashley some love. If you're in here, please send Ashley some love. Go to her page and follow Ashley right now, and just support her. And just that's amazing. I don't know, it just makes me really happy. Ashley says, OMG, what happened? Ashley, I think you may remember my homophobic aunt that I've been dealing with for a while, who has caused a lot of chaos in my family and my life since I got married at the time. She has caused more drama on my nephew's birthday of all days, and I just got tired, and I cussed her out. And her husband too, my uncle. And we're gonna talk about what happened and how this got to this place, because a lot of people go through these things and get bullied by family, and you don't have to get bullied. I refuse to let that happen. The next thing I want to put in this is oregano. So we have thyme, tea tree oil. We're doing oregano next. Oregano is super healthy and good for the skin, good for your health. So good for your internal health and external health. Charlotte says, in the name of Jesus, may your baby be filled with the Holy Spirit. Okay. All right. I guess that's nice. Ashley says, yes, I do. Yes. Oh my God. I love. Ashley says, Charles, Charles, sorry, Charles, thanks for your blessing. Yes, that seems like a blessing. So your blessing is your child. So I'm so happy for you to be blessed. You've been definitely blessed. So this oregano, don't y'all sleep on oregano, you guys. Oregano is so powerful. That's an essential oil. I'm gonna put some of that in here too. A few drops. A few drops will do it. Oh, is it coming out? Ooh, it's not coming out. Oh, there we go. Something came out. Oh gosh. Okay, there we go. Sometimes they don't come out the right, as easily. But it's in there. Alright. A few drops will do it though. Got the oregano in. So, my aunt decided that because I am part of the LGBTQ community and got married to my ex-husband at the time, that I wasn't worthy to be around her kids anymore. Although I'd done nothing to anyone, never harmed anyone, always respected her wishes and how she, whatever she believed or whatever, just lived my own life. But she decided to write me an email telling me this. Now, we never even emailed before that point. We don't email like that. Like, that's crazy. I know her. I've known her since I was a kid. Why are we emailing? Especially something this big. It's been years ago. It was very hurtful. Felt like a huge betrayal. Someone dismissing you out of their life and you've done nothing but respect their situation, but because of what you believe, because of who I was married to, now all of a sudden I'm a threat or some kind of threat. I'm like, girl, really? It was really painful at the time and I was very upset. But I deleted my first email response, which expressed my extreme upsetness by cursing her out. I deleted it because my ex was like, calm down, don't write that, don't write that. I think about it, you don't want to not be able to see the kids and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, she already told me I can't, so why can't I just say what I want to say? That was one of my big mistakes, looking back, was not sending my first message. I know some people say like, oh, you have to be, even-tempered and, think about the bigger picture. Not all the time. Sometimes you have to say what you really gotta say what you really feel. But instead I wrote a message that was more cordial, still quite petty, but because I was pissed. But it was more cordial and tried to create some type of peace situation where I would respect her wishes and bow out, which is crazy because I lived in a whole different state. Was living my life, only saw them when I was in town for visits. And it was just, whenever they came by, it wasn't even the whole time I'm visiting. So she wanted to make a point. She sent that email to not just me, to my whole family. And tried to make a point and stand against my marriage and against me being who I am. Traumatic experience, because me getting married was me coming out. Because I didn't tell a lot of people at the time. So this next one is sage, you guys. You guys know that sage gets rid of, negative energies and demons. So I'm going to throw this at my ex-aunt. Throw it at her. How dare she? So I'm just going to go ahead and pour this in here. A few drops of that. Love sage. That's a lot of drops, but I think it's enough right there. Okay, I hope this water's still hot, you guys. The water still seems pretty hot. Okay. I think that's it for this one. I have other essential oils, but I think that's enough for this particular batch. I'm going to go ahead and close it up. And then I'm going to place it in this hot water here. Got some hot water to the side. I'm just going to dip it in this hot water. Be careful when you guys do this. It is very hot water that I'm using. I don't know if I can show you guys this water. I'm sorry. I know my closet's open. Don't worry about that. I'm just gonna place this right in here. Ooh, it's so hot. Ooh, wow. I'm gonna cover it up. Thankfully, I have a towel under here because that just leaked all over the place. I put too much water in that pot for sure. But is it that hot? It's pretty hot, but I think it'd be fine. I think that'd be fine. It's gonna be hot enough to melt it down and mix those oils together so that when it cools down and solidifies, it'll be easy to apply onto the skin. And it's be very moisturizing. Infused shea butter, raw shea butter, you guys. So I can keep eating my snacks while that happens. I should have done that earlier because my water definitely cooled down from the beginning. All right. So that was in the past, right? The situation caused a lot of heartache. This is somebody I knew since I was a kid, like I said. Would have never expected this level of betrayal from this person. Asking me to leave their life because of who I am. Meanwhile, I blessed their life so much. Meanwhile, if it wasn't for me, they wouldn't even live what they live. You know? I've been there every step of the way, so it just felt like a really deep, cutting betrayal at the time. It still does. Ashley says, "What are you making?" I'm making an infused shea butter, with essential oils. I use tea tree oil, thyme, organic thyme essential oil, oregano, sage, and what was that last one I used? Yeah, that's it, sage. Yeah, so that's what I'm making. I'm now letting it sit in hot water so it can melt, and I can have some great essential oil shea butter, which I gotta put on my body tonight because I forgot to make some before my gym trip. So, Just Look says, "What do you think about the Queen's death?" I'm gonna keep on answering a few questions before I get back into my story. What do I think about the Queen's death? I do not care. I'm thankful she has passed away. What she has done to this world is dark. You guys can pretend to believe that she's just a glamorous queen with her crowns over here, royalty. Meanwhile, she's responsible for the deaths of countless Africans and other countries and tribes that she's governed over when she was alive. I think it's terrifying that Charles is going to be king. Not that there should even be a king. We should destroy the monarchy. We should dissolve it. But that's not going to happen. But yeah, I think the Queen passing is a great thing for the world. I hate that it happened on my grandmother's birthday. I feel like my grandmother has all kind of crazy things happen on her birthday. September 8th. It's just so many things happen on her birthday. So I'm like, dang, really? Gleeful says, "You have kids?" No, I do not have any kids. I do not have any kids. I don't know if I will have kids. I used to say no, but I don't know. I'm really not sure. Slug Slime in the house. Hey, Slug Slime. Good to see you. She said, "No, he doesn't. I don't." Just Took says, "What is that?" It was shea butter. Charlie's boyfriend says, "Jesus loves you. I hope you realize this and bow to the Lord." Oh, wow, you're really in a cult. That's very scary. You're very scary, Charles. People in cults are disturbing. Jackie Hilton says, "Where do you get raw shea butter?" Amazon, baby. Amazon. Speaking of cults, You can join my cult of Amazon on rockmercury.com. Click on Amazon and buy all the things that I get from Amazon. Join the cult today by clicking the link in the bio. But honestly, I do have a link in the bio, and I do have my own Amazon influencer store, and I do get a commission if you buy stuff, but it's like literally so tiny. Unless you all buy it, I get like so much, like pennies from each person. But I mainly have my store so that you guys can know what I purchase and easily purchase it yourself. And plus, Amazon appreciates all the people who come and a lot of people click my Amazon store. I was shook. I didn't even realize it. I wasn't checking my analytics for a while, but a lot of people click it and they go visit and shop with me or shop the things I shop. And I think it's cool. I really appreciate the support. But most of all, I want to make sure you guys know what I'm getting. And so I put my shea butters on there under Rock Health. I'm going to change that name soon, so just look out for something that's about skincare or health or something. Just look out for something that makes sense for the title. Like I'm still not sure what I'm going to name each section going forward, but I'm going to be adjusting my store so it's even easier for everyone to find what they're looking for from my Amazon store. So thank y'all for visiting. All right, but the shea butter is on there under Rock Health. Just Look says, does he look at the comments? I literally am reading every single comment. Just Took says, what food are you eating? I'm eating a little snack. Of vegan Gardein chicken with some habanero barbecue sauce and some freshly made Italian garlic bread that I really shouldn't be eating, but it's so good, and my family made it. And it was from my nephew's birthday dinner, which was amazing and so beautiful. Which is part of our story that we're going to talk about today. So Charlie's boyfriend says, I'm here to spread the gospel and save your soul from Satan. I love Satan. I don't think Satan's even real or God's even real, but if there was a God and a Satan, like if they're both, I would pick Satan 100%. 100%. Because Satan makes more sense. Like, I don't understand how people read the Bible and don't understand that Satan was the only free person in the Bible, but not really even free. Satan was the only, like, powerful being, because they were like, no, I refuse to be forced under a jealous God who's just gonna make me worship them or whatever. Like, it's BS. Like, Satan was like, F that, I'd rather go burn in hell or whatever you call it, which is really earth. But anyway, none of that's real, it's all fake, so it doesn't really matter. Gleeful says, religion is a cult. The fact that they worship a god, drink red juice as his blood. I know it's hilarious, disturbing, but it takes people to deep, deep lengths, just like it took my ex-aunt, who has tried to destroy her family based on her BS religion / cult. So we're going to talk about that some more. Let's go into this story a little more. Just Took says, I love garlic bread. Garlic bread is amazing. Charlie's boyfriend says, I will pray for you in Jesus' name. I feel bad. I feel bad for you and your cult. Charles says, goodbye, sir. I hope you realize what you have said. I hope you realize that you're in a cult, Charles. I really hope you realize you're in a cult so that you can exit it and find some type of intelligence, maybe even find some type of brain cells anywhere, collect them, tap into your freedom of will, try not to be ignorant. Maybe you choose to not be indoctrinated by foolish stories in a book that doesn't even have an author to it. Maybe you decide to get out of your cult. But until then, bye! Okay, back to my story. So, yeah, my aunt did that back then. It was very hurtful, and I didn't see the kids until I went to my family reunion where they were at, because They want to be at the family reunion, so I'm thankful to be able to see them at least there. Um, Just Took says, don't you think it's kind of messed up to make fun of someone's beliefs? Why would it be messed up to make? Why would it be messed up to make fun of something that is so toxic as religion? I would do it every day I can. I think it's sad and hilarious that people have lost their lives in religion, like lost their freedom, and it's a sad thing. I feel bad for them. But I also think it's hilarious, and I'm going to continue making fun of it. You're in a cult. Just Took says, but I do understand when they try to push it on you. I mean, like, why are we making these rules? These cults get to just, like, act like everything's sacred and, oh, you can't speak to me that way. Like, it's my religion. I have to be respected. I don't respect your religion. If you're religious, I don't respect it. I can tolerate it. Live your life. I don't care. Leave me alone. But I don't respect it at all. So, that's that. Especially after this situation I dealt with this Christian woman, this Christian family, who's full of cowards. It's insanity. So, years have gone by. I rarely ever saw my cousins. Even when I came into town, rarely ever saw them. They intentionally would not come over to my grandparents' house. After I got divorced and I was sick, my health was declining. I made some post on Facebook telling her about her life. But I likened that to me being in an unhealthy space at the time. And I meant what I said, but it was just like super, I was pissed. And I still resented the fact that I didn't call her out immediately over the BS that she put my family through at the time. You know? And so I definitely said some stuff on Facebook, but then that opened up a dialogue between her sister and I, who I saw today. Her sister, who's been through real stuff in life, who's a really good person, who I love dearly, to be honest. Like, she's an amazing person. It's crazy how, like, you can be a terrible person, like a bigot, but then your sister or your sibling could be awesome. It's weird how that is in life sometimes. With me, my siblings are amazing. I love my siblings; they're awesome. But I can't imagine being an amazing person like her sister is, but then having a sister as bigoted as she is, my ex-aunt. Bizarre, but that's the reality. She even treated her sister terribly. So it's like, what do I expect if she got treated her sister poorly? Why do I expect any better treatment from this person? She's a bully. She uses her religion to bully, and people do that, and they try to hide behind it. But I laugh at them and their religion, and I have no respect for them. Anyway, years have gone by. I finally accepted. I'm like, okay, fine. This is your choice. You're raising your kids this way. You're gonna lose in the long run, because nobody likes to be put in a position where they can't see the people they love or their family because of the drama that you've manifested and created. There was no drama before. I was living my life in a whole different state. This person actively talked mess about me and campaigned against me, making it seem as if I'm some heathen. She doesn't even know me at this point. Like, so much time has gone by. I've been living away for so long that a lot of what she even knew about me was projected. So she thought she could bully me and create her own narrative and act like, oh, he attacked me on Facebook. Never confronted me about it. But behind the scenes, I'm hearing about it. And after I spoke with her sister, I apologized to her on Facebook. for publicity. I didn't really believe or mean the apology. I just knew that her sister was so real, such a good person, that because at the time they lived together, because a tragedy happened and they happened to live together, I thought that that would rub off on her and she would be a better person from being around her sister, who keeps it real. Her sister's a real, but she keeps it so real. Hold on, let me read this. Just Took says, that makes sense. My aunt thought she was all holy and stuff, and she was full of hatred. That's right. Full of hatred, full of bitterness. That especially with my aunt, bitter that her husband would rather work his behind off than be around her. That he dives himself into work just to get away and escape from her foolishness. That he tried to divorce her after the situation, but somehow she saved her marriage, probably using religion, saying, Jesus don't want us to get divorced, even though you hate me, even though you ain't never hit this pussy before, and all my walls are busted wide open. Even with all that, she somehow kept her man. I don't know how, but maybe he's just as bad as her. And after what I've dealt with today with my uncle, he's just as bad as her. I don't need him or her. They can both suck it. They can suck something. So, back to the story. I apologized publicly because the story had gotten to so many people, and people were calling her and telling her, like, oh my God, can you believe what Rock Mercury said? I'll say, because my name is different than that, but like, can you believe what they said? Can you believe what he said? It was all just BS. But I didn't mean the apology. But it was fine. I was like, whatever, I'm not even seeing y'all. Y'all aren't part of my life. I'm going to keep living my life. But it still affected me. Because I've been in these kids' lives since they were kids. Like, since they were literally born. Like, brought home from the hospital. We went to the hospital to see her while she was in the hospital giving birth. Or, like, right after. So, it hurt a lot to go through this. Especially with me not having done anything. It's literally just her telling me that because of who I am as a person and what I believe in, I'm not worthy to be around her kids anymore. Or like, but it's like, what? I can understand if I harm somebody, sure, that makes sense. I did nothing. So I was like, wow, this bigot, such a bigot. So I kept living my life, went through my divorce, went through sickness. She never messages me. She never reaches out for years. I never talked to her. Just living my life. Until I come back to Houston to stay more permanently or more long term. Now, she feels threatened. Whenever I saw her through those years, I ignored her. Like, you live you do you. You've already said what you said in your email. I responded to your email, kept it real, but then I didn't curse her out like I wanted to. But I kept it real. I was like, you know what, whatever. You do you. Like, just don't deal with me. I don't want to deal with you. Just like, I'm hanging with the kids. Like, the kids are here. I don't care. I don't care about you. I'm not trying to be around you. She wouldn't even come to the house that she knew I was in the house. Like, she was very much, like, shook and scared, but yet instigating. How do you be a shook and scared person when you're instigating situations? How does that happen? I don't know why she couldn't just shut the F up and just live her life. Nobody was bothering her. I don't even talk to her. And my uncle, who knew me since I was a baby, way before he met this woman, he sat by and let her disrespect and bully me, weaponizing the access to her kids if people didn't agree with her. Our own family. Saying, well, if this is happening, then you can't see the kids. To my own family, to their own grandparents and their aunts. That's a disgusting thing to do. She put her drama in the way in between real familial bonds. People who care about these kids with all their heart and have been there for them and it would never harm them, would protect them with their own lives. She put that beneath her pettiness and thought that the threat of me being a free person, living my life, living my truth, was a threat to her. So, since I've been back for a month. I've seen this woman 2 times before. About 2 times since I've been here. Is that right? Yeah, 2 times. Didn't talk to her, didn't deal with her. Was cordial, didn't actively attack or just be like shady. Just like, she's here living her life, whatever. I'm not paying attention to you. I talked to her kids because those are my cousins. I'm thankful to see them after years of her being crazy. And I thought we're just going to continue that. My grandfather told me that they had a private conversation, and she said that she had moved past the whole situation. Never got an apology. Never got an apology from this person. But I was okay with moving past it and living my life. I don't care about this stuff enough. Until this morning, or last night, late last night, where I get a group text message that she sends to me, my mother, and my sister. And she decides to play a victim, saying how awkward she feels and that she didn't know that I got divorced, and that she, that my ex said something to her son, which never happened. Literally lying, making up stuff. And I was there. My ex was never even around your son long enough to say anything. So what are you talking about? What are these lies you're making up? What is this agenda you're pushing? It just doesn't make any sense. I'm like, this is bizarre. And she talks about, tries to sandwich it with, oh, but you're such a great uncle, and I wish them well, and I wish this, all this shit, all this stuff. Trying to sandwich her toxic message in between insincere compliments. I saw right through it. It's a long message, and she knew that her messaging me at first was an issue, which is why she never responded to my first message. My first response to her, when she sent me that crazy email, she wasn't even strong enough to respond to it, and that was my edited email. I deleted the first one because of how explicit it was, how pissed I was, angry. So she's still out here messaging as if she doesn't know me, as if she wasn't there when I was literally in elementary school. Completely brand new. All because she wants to impress her new Republican church friends here. Nothing wrong with being Republican. Nothing wrong with that. I'm probably more Republican than anything else. I'm not any of the parties. All the parties are BS, but I appreciate both parties on certain things. But she has these church friends and stuff that she just listens to and lets them distort her mind into this level of delusion that she thinks she could talk to people this way and demand certain things. So she messages us saying, I don't know what you guys want from me. I don't know this. Da, da, da. You know, we act like nothing ever happened, even though this happened. Like, she's just saying all this stuff in this message, and I just had enough. I'm like, you're so passive aggressive. You're lying all through this message, trying to make yourself seem better than something. But I see you, you know? So I responded. I sat there and I said, I'm going to respond to every part of this. And I cussed her the F out, as she deserved. I let her know I'm done with the bullying. I'm done with the religious persecution, or reverse of that. Or you're trying to push your religion on me. Telling me that my belief is so wrong, even though I never shared it with her kids ever. I never was any part of altering their belief structure. I didn't care to. Because I knew that once they grew up, they would learn for themselves what they want to believe. Like Santa Claus. But she demonized me and manipulatively pitted me against my own family, who was thankfully smart enough to bow out of the situation. They knew that what this woman was doing was chaotic and toxic, so they stepped away and let it be handled. Directly through the main parties, which I have to say is better that way, because it's like it should have been private messages already, but they were trying to publicly embarrass me and like create this crazy narrative to the family as if I'm the wrong one. And I'm like, wow, I got you. I got you. I definitely did hit below the belt when it came to the message I sent back. I let her know how effing dare her. Messaged me after all these years, trying to make herself the victim after she is the initiator of this whole situation. None of this would even happen if she didn't decide that she was going to attack me for no reason. Separate me from my family because of who I am as a person, with my orientation or my belief, or lack of belief. No history of violence. Never heard a hair on my cousin's neck or head, whatever they said, whatever the term is. Never. Always been respectful until I got disrespected too much. And that's how I got to the place I'm at, really. So part of me thanks her. Because this situation took me to a level of not giving an F, which I wish I can curse right now, but this live is hard to curse on TikTok because they try to ban you. Of not giving an F. The level that I feel at this point is so freeing. So I won in the end, but the audacity of this person to put me through this, to have to learn it this way, beyond me. You know, I told her that her marriage is soon to be over, because I can see it. I can see as soon as her kids are old enough when they leave, her marriage is going to fall apart. Fall apart. Just be in shambles. Because my uncle is going to realize, like, why am I with this person? Why am I with this like chaotic being who doesn't even have a backbone? This chaotic coward. Why am I with this person? My uncle already thought that. But unfortunately, after I sent the email saying that I have no interest in being any part of this person's life anymore. I want her to delete my number, stop contacting me. I won't tolerate her bullying me. I told her she needs to call Ayana to fix her life, because I don't have the time for it. I don't. My uncle tells me I'm an a-hole, and he tags my grandmother and my grandfather and my mom, and I think that's it. I told him he needs to check his dumb A-wife. I told him that nobody gives a F about what he has to say or his stand on anything, because he didn't stand when it mattered. He didn't stand when things actually happened. He cowarded and didn't say anything for years. So now that I'm telling the truth to his wife that they're divorced, they're gonna get divorced at some point, because, you know, honestly, they do deserve each other, because they're both kind of trashy and like overly, overly confident in their delusions that somehow this world cares about their religion, cares about what they think is good enough or whatever. Nobody cares. Like, keep your religion to yourself, live your life. Like, why are you imposing upon me, telling me what I can and can't do now? Whose life I can't be a part of because of my belief as a person? I told her she was a helicopter mom who injects fear into her kids' minds, leaving them crippled emotionally. I told her that I pity that my family has to deal with her, but I'm grown and I won't tolerate her foolishness or bullying. But most importantly, I told her, block my contact. Leave me the F alone. Nobody wants this. Nobody wants your situation. As Jordan Woods would say to Kylie Jenner, or to Khloe Kardashian. Nobody wants your situation. Imagine Khloe Kardashian trying to keep Tristan Thompson, trying to keep a man for the streets, made for the streets, custom made for the streets. You know? So, I see it happening. I just warned her ahead of time. She got triggered, called everybody but me. Called my grandmother, called my grandfather, read it to her husband, tried to get him to come for me, telling me I'm an a-hole. I may enjoy a-holes, but I'm not an a-hole, honey. Like I said, check your dumb a-wife. I told him he better not ever disrespect me again in his life. And that is my nephew's birthday, and I don't even have time for this, and I won't be discussing it. And I had the best sleep of my life, or of the last few years, because I felt free finally. These are things I've been wanting to tell this person, because sometimes when it comes to these religious cult people, they can make it seem as if I'm not bullying you, I'm just going with my beliefs. This is my belief. No. When the beliefs have consequences, if you don't follow them, with them, that's bullying. It's not belief structure anymore. Keep your beliefs to yourself. I don't care if you believe that unicorns crap out ice cream cones the way they do in that commercial for Poopery or whatever. Is that the right commercial? I don't know. Some commercial I've seen. I don't care. Keep your beliefs. Leave me the F alone. Bro, I had enough. try to keep it cordial for the family to stay together. All this. No, I don't want to be together with that kind of person. And right after I told her she weaponizes the access to her kids in order for her own agenda, she does exactly that again. And they didn't come to the birthday party today, even though they wanted to. All because of her manipulation. And I don't care. But they're not gonna come, okay? We had a great, amazing time. A beautiful, fun, perfect day. With no negative energy and bad vibes. No toxicity from an ex-aunt who doesn't have our best heart and interest and cares more about maintaining the cult mindset of her kids than being in reality. Ooh. Looks like the oil is fully melted. The shea butter. The shea butter is fully melted now, you guys. So I'm just gonna let it sit in this pot. Until we get off of here. Because it's gonna take a while to cool down and solidify. But it's looking good. Let me show you guys. Ooh, I don't know if I can. The water's really full. Hold on. Let me show you guys a little bit. It is fully melted. And that's hot. I'm gonna put my finger in there. But yeah, it's fully melted. It's dark now. It was light when it first started. But yeah. Okay. Gleeful says people live their lives whole life based on a book. Yeah, it's insane. Confusing Grape says, what are you eating? I'm eating some vegan chicken tenders and some garlic bread. Delicious. So, overall, I have no regrets for cussing this person out. And I did cuss her out. I did. She really tried me. Like, she doesn't want to have private conversations. She made it seem as if she tried to talk to me in person, but my family blocked her from doing that. Not true. I've been very available. But she tried to gaslight me. So I said B word. And I said she's a B word too. I told her that. I said, you can hide behind your political correctness, but I see you, B word. And I used the word in there. And I won't pull up with this foolishness. These religious extremists will do everything in their power to manipulate what you feel in order to keep you in a space of fear. Like that person earlier was telling me, repent, like the person on live just a second ago. Repent, Jesus loves you. Repent for your sins. I'm gonna pray for you. Like, that's all very manipulative. It's not true. It's not a genuine concern. It's a projection. A legal cult Like Christianity is nothing but a legal cult that somehow is a tax haven because they don't get taxed. You know, they don't get taxed. Tax-free cult. But we see it as a religion that we gotta respect. I don't respect it at all. 0%. I don't respect any of these religions at all. User D5 says, "Have you moved to Texas?" For the most part, yes, in a way. I always have my place in LA, but I love being with my family. And although my family chose not to respond to the group message that she sent us, I was the only one who responded. I feel like their silence is powerful in this position, in this situation. Because in that message, I sent a long message back. I left nothing to be said. I told her to leave my contact and leave me alone. I never want to talk to her again. I told her, don't even look at me when you see me in person. She's not worthy to. Because all these years, she made me feel unworthy because of who I am as a person. All these years, she made me feel disposable and undefended. No loyalty. So I figured it was time. It was time for her to understand that's not how you treat people. And I have no interest in being around somebody like her at all. So honestly, I'll see you at your grave. I'll see you at your funeral. Maybe not even that. But if you do have a funeral, I hope that the mortician works really hard to make that ugliness that you exist within pretty somehow, or at least tolerable, visually tolerable. Because at this moment, it's not looking good. It's not looking good for her. I can't wait to hear about her being mid-divorce. Just so she can be completely out the family. But on a good note, her sister came over today, who's an amazing person, like I said. We had a great time. Her kids were here. We had a great, beautiful time. It was really nice. So sometimes there's some trash people out there, but they're related to good people. Her sister's not even blood related to me, but I consider her more family than the one who's married to my family. I consider her way more family. I consider her like she's real. She's a real person. You know, like she's just doing her best, raising her kids, single mom, like doing a great job in my opinion. She's just fun. She's not about the drama. If she feels something about you, she's gonna tell you like it is. She's not a coward. She's been through real things. And I respect her. Hardcore I respect her. It's these fake Christians, people, whatever, who hide behind their dogma to attack you and to bully you into submission to their agenda. So those kind of people are dangerous. Dangerous. And now, you know, she has no reason to ever contact me again. Yeah, we live right down the street from her. I mean, down the street meaning like the next community over they live in. Is it next? I think it's like the next, or I think it's pretty much one community over. But that doesn't mean I have to deal with this person at all. I made it clear I'm not interested in dealing with this person in any way, shape, or form. So I feel like my freedom has been monumental. And I'm thankful. I'm completely thankful to be free from even caring enough to be able to be hurt. Because you have to care to hurt. You have to care enough about something for it to actually affect you in a harmful way. To be in pain because of it. So, I feel free from all of it. That person is just another person on the street. If I saw them, if they came up on my situation, you know, I told my uncle he can go F himself since he wants to come at me and tell me that I'm an a-hole for calling his wife out, who's trying to create peace. Her message wasn't peace. Her message was attacking me further. Lying on my name, lying on my ex's name. I even went to have to defend my own ex who abused me and attacked me, who I'm divorced from, thankfully. But I had to defend him because I knew that what she said wasn't true. He never said any of that. I was always there. Whenever he was around my cousins, like she was just lying. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like we don't. My ex was a Christian. I don't even believe in that. But like, how can he do what you're saying? But he's a Christian too. Why would he say something to you? Like she was just lying. I'm like, why are you just creating these narratives to make yourself a victim? These manipulative people love finding any way that they can be perceived as a victim. They love to gaslight you. But this time I had a match. And I burnt that whole gas lighting situation up. I said, oh, you want to start this? This is what you want to do? Do a group text message? I sent that message to everyone. It was a long message. It shouldn't have to be this way, but I want you all to know that no matter who they are in your life, if somebody's bullying you, deuces. Cut that. That's it. Cut it out. I don't care what you're going to lose from it. Cut it out. All this time I fought for the ability to see my cousins. Meanwhile, she's constantly poisoning my cousins against everyone and creating this, like, false narrative for more further manipulation. So, I'm over it. I'm so over it. I'm just thankful to be free. Like, this person should never have my name in their mouth again. And if they don't, they're gonna get cussed out again. Because I made it very clear that we are not in the same category, not in the same league of life. Leave me alone. You're a bigot, I'm not. Let me live my life. So that's what I have to say to this person. All right. Now it looks like the oil is all melted and complete. Now, one way you can do this, you can let it sit out for a little bit, and then put it in the fridge or something and let it really solidify quickly. Or you can just let it, like, keep it mixed and let it sit in the locker room. Like, that's what I do when I'm like, showering or something. I just let it sit in the locker. It cools down with the AC, or out in the bedroom, just let it sit. It'll cool. It'll solidify back into the solid that we saw earlier as shea butter. But now it's infused with essential oils. Let's smell it. I wonder if I open it, will it burst or something? Let me mix it some more first. It looks really good. I don't know why it looks that color to you guys, because it kind of looks yellow on my side. So let's go ahead and open it up. Ooh. Oh, that seal. That's the oil. Oh, it smells really nice. That's how the oil looks. But it's all going to be a golden shea butter afterward. Oh, it smells amazing, you guys. Absolutely amazing. I'm actually gonna go ahead and just start putting some on myself because, ooh, it's hot, hot, hot. Put some in my hair. Oh, perfect. The face. It's some good stuff. So you can use it while it's warm or solid. But if you use it as a solid, it's a good thing to rub it in your hands really well to distribute properly. Get all up in the beard. You know? All up in there. Condition the hair before I put my hair bonnet on. But that's how quickly you can create this shea butter. So I'm gonna put the rest of this on off camera because it's gonna get a little bit more explicit because I gotta put it all over. And that's not good for TikTok. So thank you guys so much for joining in today for my story time. It's been a real one. I'm never talking about this situation again. I am exited out of this person's life. I have no regrets. I spoke my truth. My only regret is there's a few typos in my message that I wish I didn't have in there. And then also, I wish I sent it earlier. And that's a lot of times what you feel after you make a big change. You wish you would have done it a little earlier. But it's okay. I'm thankful, happy. But I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm super tired. But I want to share that story with you guys for people who are dealing with similar things with these bigots out here. They're not worth it. Cut them out of your life. They're gonna stay the same. This person hasn't grown in years. They just continue being the same petty person, sending text messages and hiding behind her Twitter fingers or her like BS emails. A waste. So anyways, rock on, Mercuryans. I'm exhausted, as you might be able to see. But I'll be posting this video ASAP. Have a beautiful day or night, whatever the time it is for you. For me, it's super late at night. It's 12:47. Ooh, I'm sleepy. So I'm gonna go to sleep. But rock on, Mercuryans. See you all soon. The food was great. The shea butter is amazing. It smells so good. Very nourishing for the skin. Super happy. And my family's gonna be okay. It's okay to not agree with everybody in your family. It's okay to stand up for yourself against bullying, even if nobody understands. That's not the type of bullying you're experiencing because they haven't experienced your life. So it's okay to be like, cut. Alright. Rock on, Mercuryans. Peace out.